You have to have a life jacket and a whistle. These are nice. I like them. They're inflatable belts. So you just put them on. Your life jacket is there, legal as long as you're wearing it. If you get into the water, don't get an automatic inflator. If it gets wet, pop. You're out $20. So this has a jerk to inflate thing, which comes here. But I almost always wear one of these. Or
In
two of
addition
them.
to your regular one?
No, I don't wear the regular.
I didn't think that.
But I carry a spare one in my kayak as a throwable flotation device. And I have had to use it twice when somebody else falls in who doesn't have a life jacket.
Right. I was with you one time when we had Rescue Clayton.
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah. Oh, boy.
So this is my favorite. The other ones are a little bit fancier. We won't go into that. So that is how to go fishing, but that's a picture of a spray skirt. This is me in the spray skirt. All right. So again, it looks like a fishing waders. The top half, you're covered here. Then it's got a whole bunch of material with some shock cords that fits in your cockpit. The spray skirt has to fit your cockpit. All the cockpits have different sizes. The spray skirts have different sizes. So if you buy a sit-in top kayak, find whoever has and say, I want to order the spray skirt for the extra $150. If you're using a really whitewater kayak, they're more like $250. They're heavy and rippy. But basically, once you're in the kayak, you then put it around, and you are locked in. All the Eskimos have it, all the others. The spray skirt, if you flip upside down, you either do the Eskimo roll, which I can't do, or you grab the front of the spray skirt and you pull it back, and it's now loose on your body. You can swim. So spray skirts are really nice. Almost nobody has them, but they're good in the rain.
There's a kayak store, I believe, on Belcher.
Yeah.
Is that a good store?
Yes, that's Osprey. They're,
Yeah.
all right, well, I think we're going to sort of finish up now. There's a lot more, a couple of other things. I don't have, where's burgers? This is a kayak safety bag. I always like people to have one of these. Keep this in your cockpit, not in the deck where you can't get to it. And this has all the important things you would need: whistle, light, flares, knife, chart, compass. And if you do it right, they're waterproof. Some of these aren't. Okay. So this is the tour to harbor. That should be on our website somewhere. So that's a route that you can take. And whoops, going the wrong way. Okay, these are my rules. This we'll finish with. These are rules. If you go with me, you should follow them. First, start your paddle into the wind or into the current. Do the hard part first. When you get tired, it's either downwind or down current, which is a lot nicer. So sometimes, depending on what the day is, if the wind is one way, we'll go one way, and if the wind is the other way, we'll go the other way. Same for tides and currents. Carry PFD, personal flotation device, whistle, sunscreen, water, and a rope. The rope can be on your kayak as a painter. If you have a sit-in kayak, it's a very good idea to have a baler or a sponge. Dry bag, that's sort of this. The other dry bags aren't as good. It's nice to be able to see what you've got. So this is a flannel one. Cell phone in dry pouch, that's separate. I think I actually have a cell phone pouch. But, nope, I don't have my cell phone. Cell phone dry pouch usually is something you can wear around your head, have your cell phone dry. I tend to put it inside my shirt to give it extra protection. But you can also clip a cell phone onto your kayak, not a smart clip. It's better off tied up. And then all the other things are nice to have: food, chart, compass, bug spray. Okay, dress properly. We'll go over that some other time maybe. Bathing suit is okay. If you're going to be in cold, you do want some sort of underwear. Skiing underwear is great. Hat, essential. I have all this in my car, I didn't bring it in. Shirt, a lot of people will like the long sleeve shirts, and if you're in the summer, also the hood. If you see a real stud fisherman that's dressed to the kilt where you can't see anything, you're smart. If you see a little girl in a bikini, she's cool. But that's okay. Rope painter, all right. Okay, and finally, I believe strongly in reverse Murphy's Law. Whatever you are prepared for doesn't happen. So if you don't have the thing that you might need, you might suddenly have to need it. So that's why when it is about to rain, you carry your umbrella and it won't rain. So you carry your PFD, you'll never use it. I haven't had to inflate mine yet. And that's pretty much it for now. Kayaking 301 includes such things as rescue technique, which is sort of advanced. And that's it for now. Thanks.
All right.
Any questions, thoughts? Talk to me afterwards.
Well, do you have a preference of the sit on top or in and why, and is it different for
All right.
different people or
The
circumstances?
sit-in are harder, they're more unsteady, but your center of gravity is lower. They are probably a little colder because you're actually sitting underwater.
True.
But in cold weather, they can be sealed up. For white water, most people do a sit-in. It's really a matter of preference.
Mine
The
would be
sit on
mostly a
top,
light.
the
I'd be
sit
doing it
on
that way.
top is going to get wet. You are going to get wet because the water is going to go over it and come up
Right,
the holes.
okay.
But it usually is more stable, it won't tilt as much. They tend to be a lot heavier
The sit-in one?
to sit on.
Sit on and heavier, okay. Okay.
So it's really a matter of preference. I have
Okay.
both.
Thank you.
I have white water to sit on top, I have white water to sit in. There's some things you can do with body English, knee supports, other
Chris,
things in a sit-in. You can't really sit on
Here,
top.
Mark.
Okay.
Chris got his already. So, yeah,
Address
he's got it.
proper posture in the sit-in, because I found out I wasn't sitting properly.
Okay.
Go ahead, adjust your seat.
With the sit-in or sit-on, the sit-ins have 3 different foot wells to put your feet or foot. You usually want to sit with just a slight 30-degree angle to your knees. You don't want to be too far in, and you don't want to be too far out. The sit-ins usually have foot pedals, and you adjust them to get it to be comfortable. The seat should be usually as straight as you can. Because you'll lose power if you're sitting back like this. Now, when I'm lazy, sometimes I will actually take my feet out, to sit on and just.
All right,
Okay.
thank you. Everybody, thank you, Mark. Very presentation.
Thank you, Mark.
All right, so we're gonna kind of keep moving on. Mark, you did the pass out the door prize, everybody, the blue? You finished, Mark? Okay. Does everybody not have a blue ticket? Okay. And Linda's doing the 50-50 real quick. We kind of forgot to do that at the beginning. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're running a little bit late here tonight. So, Linda, we'll come back to you for the treasurer's report. So I kind of wanted to bring out the proposed calendar of events. In the last couple of years, we've kind of dwindled our events down to a bare minimum of maybe 3 for the year. So we're revisiting, bringing things back. So this month, we're doing the seafood boil on the 22nd, and Linda's gonna host it at her house.
Oh, and there is a kayak cruise I'm gonna lead on the 22nd before the seafood boil, 11 o'clock out of Chestnut Park on Lake Tarpon. We will finish in time to get back and drive to the seafood boil.
So send that to us in the club, please, the dates and whatnot, what time, please.
Okay, September,
Just sit, Mark, you got it?
February 22nd, meet at my house at 9, or meet at Chestnut Park at 11.
Mark, just send that to the club email and I'll get that out there.
Okay, so here's what we're looking at. We're doing the seafood boil with the Mardi Gras flare, Mardi Gras flare on September 22nd. That is going to be 3 p.m. at Linda's house. One of the notifications have already gone out, which includes the pricing for club members and guests. Please plan to attend. Mark and Ann kind of pointed out we might have a little competition because Safety Harbor is also doing a seafood boil that day, but ours is going to be better. That's all I got to say. Ours will be much better.